Have you ever been in a movie and looked around the theater just to make sure you're not being pranked? The Identical is a movie based on a what if we've all asked ourselves at some point in our lives. What if Elvis had an identical twin brother? What? You've never considered that? Well, no worries. This movie considers it for you. The story follows identical twin brothers, Drexel and Ryan, separated at birth, who both end up with a love and passion for music even as they follow very different paths. As Drexel becomes a superstar, Ryan has to come to terms with his own purpose and family secrets, all of which gets lost in one of the most ridiculous movies I've seen in a long time. Yeah, this one's just strange to watch. I mean, I think they were being serious with it, but it's one of those movies you can't help but wonder if maybe they were in on the joke. And I don't just mean in all the normal ways. Yes, the script is awful, the acting mediocre, and the musical score maudlin and overbearing, but it's the premise that feels the most ridiculous. Now, maybe I don't understand human psychology quite right, but if you see someone famous who looks like you, sings like you, and moves like you, how do you not just assume that that's your identical twin? I mean, he doesn't look a little like you. He looks exactly like you. The fact that everyone in this movie takes the, that's interesting approach is mind-boggling. Also, and probably the worst thing, the music in this is awful. Not for a second do I believe a single one of these songs would ever have been a hit on radio in any universe. They're lazily written, they have unmemorable melodies, and they just clutter up the entire movie. I mean, I'm not the biggest Elvis fan, but this is a sad imitation of his style and success as an artist. Speaking of which, and this blew my mind, he's actually mentioned in the film as a living artist. I think the line is, there's only one Elvis, one Drexel, and one Beatles. Wait a second, how does Elvis exist in this world too? Wouldn't Drexel then have been some sort of Elvis impersonator, and his brother like the Elvis impersonator? It makes no sense. But not much in this movie does. Even as it tries to have a heart and bring some meaning, it's hard not to laugh at the silliness on the screen. And maybe that's actually the best thing about the movie. There's plenty of unintentional humor value here. I found myself often chuckling at just how crazy it is that a movie like this exists and enjoying the sheer insanity of it. And sure, there's also a faith-based message in there somewhere, but I'm not even sure what exactly it was, why it mattered, or what the resolution to it was. At the end of the day, The Identical is a well-meaning movie with a premise so ridiculous and poorly executed that it's almost impossible to buy into. It's only because of its unintentional silliness that can often be amusing that it escapes with a D-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here you can click on if you'd like to subscribe, which I very much appreciate. You can do that by clicking that big gray subscribe button. If you want to see more, well, I've got plenty of other reviews out, including this week, Dolphin's Tale 2, No Good Deed, and The Drop. You can also click the logo right up here to go to the all-new YourMovieFriend.com, where you can find a searchable database of reviews, as well as the written text of these videos. And finally, this review's Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category, and also try to identify my choice. What is the best Elvis movie ever? Good luck with this one, but mine is the one that featured Elvis in a carnival setting. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get that point. Thanks, and please subscribe.